I have sort of got a really busy day today, so I don't have a show prepared for this evening. But what I am going to do is do a rerun, a repeat, yes, a repeat of a video that I made on January the 30th, 2022. Please note this is a repeat, and I will be back tomorrow, which is going to be Saturday. This is my second best selling video that I have made on YouTube. If you have seen it before, then apologies for my absence today, but again, I will be back on the 11th of June 2022. Thank you. It goes like this. The shocking Tofu-Dreg projects in China. The lies is ruining China ever since 1949. So I'm just preparing this title at the moment, and does it look a bit clickbaity? Well, sort of, but I only have 100 spaces to fill the word in. 2 dams collapse China, the shocking Tofu-Dreg project, dam failure, and the Three Gorges Dam. My name is James. It's the 30th of January, Sunday, 2022. Just another 2 days until the Chinese New Year. So all the Chinese people around the world who may watch this, a very happy New Year. It's going to be the year of the tiger. And if you do want to send me any lucky money or hongbao, as you say in Chinese, well, you can do in the link in the description below. Happy New Year! This is quite a serious subject. In the last year, let me just show you some, and I mean just some, of the Tofu-Dreg projects which have failed. And for certain reasons. The 2 pictures I'm showing you here just for now are 2 bridges in 2021 which have collapsed because of the poor building materials, which you will see in a little while as well. And I did show you a picture or a video about 3 weeks ago of one dam in Inner Mongolia collapsing. It looked like this. But that led to a tidal wave, a tidal bore, so to speak. I don't know, what could you call it, a river bore, when this tsunami hit a second dam. Because of the unprecedented rains or just bad construction that was happening in the summer, I've shown a video of the one dam collapsing in Inner Mongolia, and then because of the tidal wave, because of the river wave, whatever you want to call it, hit the other one, bam. Tofu-Dreg projects, they are dam failures. So it brings me to wonder. Here are some pictures of other dams in China. You can see them here. I don't know the years they were built. Some are old, some look relatively modern, maybe the latter part of the 20th century. But if it has the Tofu-Dreg again, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time that some of these dams will collapse. And if it's Tofu-Dreg, if it's that tofu building, it's going to be sooner than expected. And who are the people who are going to pick up the pieces? It's going to be the people of China, not the party. The rescue workers, of course, they always do a grand job, but the preparation or the looming disaster because of the corrupt officials, cheap building materials, instead of using the quality ones, all tear into one factor after another. But here is a question. Here is the Great Wall of China. I don't know how old it actually is or the very beginning of it. But the thing is, this was built hundreds, maybe even thousands of years ago. Guess what? It's still standing. I'll give you another example, a personal example. This is the house I grew up in. It was built in 1697. I lived there from 1979 to round about 1989, near enough, give or take a few years. Today is 2022. Guess what? It's still standing. So what China will do, they will say unprecedented floods, flood of a lifetime, and do nothing to prepare and just continue to build this so the people get rich quick and don't even think of the consequences. With the Three Gorges Dam, when it was being constructed or started the construction, guaranteed for 100,000 years, that got knocked down to 10,000 years, that got knocked down to 1,000 years, now it's got knocked down to 100 years. What happens after 100 years? What about all the people downstream? Have they a contingency plan? No, because it's going to be passed down. It's worrying. It's not going to happen in our lifetime, most probably, but it is going to happen in our grandchildren's lifetime. And 400 million people's lives are at stake just because of one bit of concrete, which may be a tofu construction. Let me just show you some of the bridges and things that have collapsed. Not all of them, just in 2021. It looks like this. And this is how China shows China, which is fine. You're showing the positive side. Here's a shopping mall, everything happy, everything dandy, everything is okay. But they will hide the news until the last moment, and social media is an actual problem with the state-controlled media, that people will post when things happen or they show things like this. This is definitely what China, the Chinese government, don't want you to see. Here you can see some bricks you can snap in your hand. The next picture is some bricks that have landed on maybe a rather expensive car. The building is pretty new. Here is construction of a new building, skyscraper, a tower block. Here is the top of the skyscraper, the tower block, whatever it is, the housing apartment estate. And this is the after effect. I'll leave that picture there for a moment for an afterthought. So it's the example. In China, all shiny and new. Let's take the high-speed train, for example. All shiny and new, goes at 300 kilometers an hour. Yes, it's like the trains in France, or you could say Spain. Really fast, very efficient. But is the quality of the track still there? If a track does break, is it because of poor maintenance, or would they say unprecedented weather again? China does get its fair share of weather, granted, but don't blame it on it all the time. China has a bad reputation, and the reputation is when things happen bad, they don't broadcast it and they will manipulate the truth. They will do propaganda around it, and they manipulate it in a different way. And we sort of get tired. We all sort of get tired of the reason why they do it. It's face value. Okay, there is tradition, there is culture, there is face value. It's fine. But sometimes you've got to just admit that you done a mistake. China will never admit that. They don't obey by international law. They obey by their law, which is vague and can be changed at a moment's notice. Not just in mainland China, but the South China Sea, for example, manipulating other countries to come and support them because they will give them a free loan, or they will build a project that supposedly helps the country, but of course it helps themselves more. They're not lending out a helping hand, but some of these countries really do have no choice at all. So they just have to say, I love Xi Jinping, for example. I love Xi Jinping. So it's all food for thought with this. And let's take a break. What's happening at the Three Gorges Dam in itself, I would say it's the same as yesterday. I haven't checked the levels, I haven't checked the temperature. I know there's snow coming a little bit later. Yeah, a little bit later next week. And the levels are possibly around about 170. We're waiting for February the 4th to see if the levels go down so it can produce electricity for the Beijing 2022 Olympic Games. But I'm going to leave it there for now. And this is the China that the Chinese government doesn't want you to see. Don't make it put you off China. This is not the Chinese people. This is the Chinese government doing things on the cheap and just being corrupt, basically. Xi Jinping, what he did years ago, he put thousands of politicians, government officials in prison because of corruption. Well, that was his excuse. The thing what he did, he was taking these people out of power so he could be the dictator or the general secretary for life. So all shiny, say, oh, I'm going to stop corruption. But it's even worse than before. And there's only 6 families in China that control China. I doubt very much that I will get very high revenue for this. So if you do want to support the channel, do have a look at the link below. I mentioned that twice in one day, which is really bad. Let's leave it there for today. Thank you for your time. Have a think about it and enjoy what's left of the weekend. Be good, be well, be safe. Bye-bye.